A Syrian helicopter hovers over Taftanaz in Idlib province and drops a bomb on the village. Human Rights Watch says this is a cluster bomb, indicated by its separation as it falls and the multiple explosions as the bomblets contained inside hit the ground. The video, said to have been taken last week, is part of a series posted online. They are impossible to verify. Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov told reporters on Monday that the Syrian government is not using cluster munitions from Russia, adding there are loads of weapons in this region and arms are supplied there in large quantities and illegally. The Syrian Army denies using cluster munitions at all, saying it does not have them in its arsenal. But David Mepham of Human Rights Watch says there is a growing array of evidence that Syrian government forces have begun their widespread use.
Cluster munitions are prohibited around the world through a cluster munitions treaty, but Syria appears to be using them. The evidence that we have suggests that these cluster munitions came from the Soviet era. They're a type of bomb canister and a type of bomblet that was manufactured in that part of the world. What we don't know is when they were transferred to Syria, whether they've been sort of sitting in the Syrian stockpile for the last 20+ years, or whether they were transferred more recently.
Other videos show the remains of bomb casings. This man says he found the remains in the town of Talbise near Homs. One video, shot in Deir ez-Zor province, appears to show a child playing with an unexploded bomblet. One of the biggest dangers, says Mepham.
If they don't detonate, they spray over a large area of territory, a series of sort of smaller bomblets that often look quite shiny and metallic, and children often pick them up and sort of say, well, what's this thing we've discovered? It's, it's a piece of ordnance. But actually then on picking it up or touching it, they can detonate.
Human Rights Watch says that many of the targets were near the main highway that runs between Damascus and the second city, Aleppo. Government and rebel forces are battling for control of the key route. With few heavy weapons, rebel fighters continue to battle against the government tanks and artillery. Fighters and civilians may now be facing a new threat: aerial bombardment by cluster bombs. Henry Ridgwell for VOA News, London.